Yuumi is the latest champion released in League of Legends, and this champion has been quite an enigma. Having a very low win rate and solo queue, she seems to be terrorizing professional play. Released on patch 9.10, this champion has had an 88% presence in professional play, with 658 bans and 222 picks. She has been adjusted 7 times so far in 10 patches, of which 1 was a buff, 1 was considered an adjustment, and 5 of them were considered nerfs, of which the latest 5 were all nerfs. On the playoffs patch, for most regional finals, patch 9.16, this champion has had a 79% presence, in which she was picked 10 times and banned 69 times, with this being a very clear indication that teams either felt that this champion was overpowered or they simply did not want to deal with it. There are many reasons why people consider Yuumi a very strong champion. She doesn't need to buy boots, being able to attach on to another allied champion, and that 1100 gold can be used to directly purchase AP items. She also does not need to take flash, enabling her to take double combat summoners to win fights. Examining the dynamic of the bot lane even more, where you usually have an AD carry matching an AD carry and a support matching a support, Yuumi changes this up. By being able to attach to a support, they are simultaneously able to trade 2-on-1 with the opponent's line at any point of time. In the mid game, she has a long range Q of 1100 range which can be extended with the ally moving forward, and engaging on Yuumi's team has always been difficult due to the lockdown her R provides. Being able to buy all these AP items allows her to do lots of damage, with players going for Luden's Echo, Rabadon's Staff Cap, and Nadine's Unholy Grail, fully stacking a Magi Soul Stealer would give her close to 600 AP and allow her to do close to 800 damage every 3 seconds. Traditionally, Yuumi has been paired with the likes of Ezreal and Sivir due to their ability to change their position or have a defensive cooldown such as a Spell Shield. On the Hunt from Sivir allows her to run to catch up and make use of Yuumi's stickiness, and the same goes for Ezreal's Essence Flux. Lucian was a later development, as they felt the same thing could be achieved through the relentless pursuit, and they felt that Sivir and Ezreal were too abusable in lane. The win rates of these champions were as shown. Lucian was shown to be the superior pick amongst the traditional marksmen that you will pick with Yuumi. The idea was simple. Yuumi polarizes the game. You either crush her in lane or she takes over the mid game. Lane survivability was the key, and this shows why Garen started to appear. With sustain, tenacity, flat resistance, and movement speed steroid, it was very hard to crush a Garen Yuumi lane and completely take them out of the game. And his win rate? 71% in the top flight of competition. So how can a team beat Garen Yuumi? There are a few schools of thought when it comes to solving the Garen Yuumi problem. Some teams have tried to go for all-in setups, going for the likes of Lucian and Volibear. Some teams have found success with Xayah and Rakan to repeat to quickly push in the lane and take the turret as quickly as possible. And some teams feel that the answer to Garen Yuumi is to pick Vayne to answer her mid game. If you were to go for a Lucian Volibear setup, the idea would be to freeze the lane and to play for the other side of the map. And when the lane eventually gets unfrozen and the wave bounces back to them, you will want to dive the Garen Yuumi on the huge bounce. When playing Xayah Rakan, the idea will be to constantly push the wave and play directly for the bot lane, enforcing for the Xayah Rakan and preventing the opponent jungler from ganking. And as for the Vayne, it is support dependent, where you can choose either playstyle. Once again, Yuumi does indeed polarize the game, and if you're not able to pull off these early game tactics against her, she can definitely take over the mid game. As shown in Fnatic's game against Vitality, where they started the game 0-3. On the, on the Garen, but they repeatedly pick people off in the mid-game to come back and win that game. The latest patch of Worlds, patch 9.17, sees a nerf to the prowling projectile of Q, bringing the slow down to 20% of all ranks and reducing the duration of the slow. Getting tagged by a Q is no longer a death sentence in the mid-game. This is definitely a considerable nerf to a mid-game pick ability with non-Garen champions. The combination of silence into slow with the movement speed steroid of Garen still enables a very strong pick potential from the duo. Still, the damage has remained unchanged, although Yuumi is now less sticky and snowbally in skirmishes. However, Yuumi still does hide bot lane skill gaps. Going for the champions like Garen Yuumi takes out a lot of the bot lane dynamic and their understanding of the dynamic out of the game. She still empowers bruisers such as the likes of Aatrox, Renekton, and Urgot to carry in teamfights by repeatedly being able to sustain in them. And she still is generally irritating to play against due to her untargetability when she's attached to a champion. My verdict is Yuumi will likely see play at Worlds. Perhaps an alternative, if teams are thinking about what are the champions and how can we evolve this Yuumi strategy, perhaps the likes of pairing her with Rakan or Pyke in the bot lane will yield results.